Meet Jack. Jack was really, really good at blooping. So good, in fact, he decided it was time to hang out his shingle and teach the world to bloop. So, like any passionate entrepreneur, he went to work. He figured he'd need a website, and after thousands of dollars and endless delays, he had one that was good enough. Unfortunately, no one came to his site. So, smart guy that he is, he decided to start a blog. Soon enough, he was ready to rock, and in time, the visitors came. Then, our man realized that it'd be cool to actually capture his visitors' names and emails, so he could stay in touch and maybe teach them to bloop at some point. A friend who did some marketing technology consulting told him that he'd need to get an email service, so he did, and figured out how to put a sign-up form on his blog. Soon, he was collecting leads and emailing each visitor to offer his services. But as the leads started to pour in, he couldn't keep up. He needed to automate the process, but his email system couldn't do that. So he had to tear that system out, export his data, find a new system, and hook up his blog again. Soon enough, he realized that he needed to get paid. Ever persevering, our man dived into yet another technology project, the shopping cart. After researching 427 different payment systems, he picked one that looked pretty good and spent a long, grueling weekend getting that all set up. Within days, he had his first order, then his second and third, and pretty quickly he was getting a dozen orders a day. Unfortunately, the cart he'd picked didn't support his preferred shipper or print packing slips, so what started as a minor annoyance quickly turned into a three-horned, purple-headed day-eater. His consultant friend told him he'd need to get a separate system to run his shipping and that he'd need to hire an engineer to integrate that and his email system with his current setup. After 3 programmers, $4,000, and 5 weeks, he'd strung together his ideal system, which was awesome, for exactly 6.2 days until he wanted to do subscription billing and run an affiliate system to drive more traffic. Ready to murder someone, our faithful hero determined that he simply wouldn't be able to run his business the way he wanted, because technology just didn't work that way. It was right about this time that the wife of our intrepid star was also struck with the entrepreneurial bug. Knowing that his wife wasn't nearly as technically savvy as he'd been forced to become, he didn't give her a snowball's chance in hell. Fortunately for her, though, a wise friend had told her about Office Autopilot. She signed up, and within 10 minutes had herself a blog, a contact management system, a killer automated marketing platform, and some sweet reporting, plus a dedicated account rep standing by to answer questions or lend a hand. When the time was right, she clicked a button and added a powerful e-commerce system and Salesforce automation tools. Within a few days, she had a completely automated system for capturing leads, following up with prospects and clients, getting paid, fulfilling her orders, and tracking her progress all the while. As her business grew, she had a membership site and an affiliate tracking system with just a few clicks. Of course, our man was shocked, then angry, then resigned. A few months later, his wife's business was booming. Since he'd been too proud to switch to Office Autopilot, his venture never really got off the ground. He finally threw in the towel and decided to use his now extensive experience to do a little marketing technology consulting on the side. Office Autopilot, the first all-in-one business and marketing platform designed for information marketers, experts, and coaches. Sign up now and see how easy it can be to do business online.